All right, and good evening. Good evening. We are currently calling to order our AmGuard of Alaska Board of Directors meeting at 8:39 p.m. We're going to go through with a quick attendance. Astral Winds,
Here.
Ravenstone,
Here.
Lupin Moon,
Here.
uh, Frozen Coast,
Here.
Northreach 2.
Here.
All right, and Northreach 1 is here, even if she's late. So we only have a couple things on the agenda tonight. One was for warehouse.
Warehouse 49.
Warehouse 49. Their Extra Life is wanting to do a partnership to have us serve alcohol at their Extra Life event, in which we would enter into a profit sharing scenario with them. I'd like to discuss this if this is something that we would officially like to explore.
Are they gonna do all the groundwork? Like, are they gonna stack everything up and we just show up and sell it, or?
No, we do. They'll be providing. I'm assuming this is how we're going to be looking at it. We'll be providing the labor, the setup. They're providing the venue and advertisement.
Gotcha.
Then it'll be profit share from there on.
And this is for the
Say again?
and this is for an event that's happening, like when?
Extra Life, it's actually going to be held next month, so it's actually pretty short notice. But they've already been doing all the groundwork.
Is there like a specific date for this?
Hold on, yes. Let me get this from the messages that I have been going back with Jason. He's been the one kind of jumping in on this. We did post this in the CoC as well.
It's 12/20 and 12/21.
Thank you, Cody. Anybody have any questions or concerns about this?
Yeah, I asked earlier who is supplying the event.
We haven't worked out the logistics on that, but typically when we are, it's our temporary license, we would be the one purchasing, setting up, and managing everything as that is under our temporary event license or permit.
Okay.
So that would require an approval of funds for the event?
Yes. First, we need to approve the event because the BoD needs to vote on any time we use our alcohol permits. So we need to vote to see if this is something that we would like to actually do all the logistic work on.
Okay, so we vote on whether we want to do the event, then it's the CoC meeting that will vote on the scope of the work.
We will need to set the budget and actually contact them, see what's needed thereafter. Currently, we have to approve actually the selling of first. Is using our permit at the Extra Life tournament, or Extra Life event, something that we would like to pursue, is the question. Does anybody have any objections to doing so?
No objection.
The questions I had.
You're more in execution?
Well, in execution, and depending on how much we have to spend to make this event, how much do we stand to gain from it? I don't have any experience with the event. I don't know how big it is or anything else. I'm trying to figure out, is this worth the effort it's going to take to put on such a short notice?
Generally, alcohol sales are almost always worth the money. We don't have a ton of people investment. You usually only need 2 to 3 people, and booze sells. Our only real expense there is purchasing the alcohol in which we will sell, and the permit for us to get our permit, which is not very expensive.
To me, I like the right now we're if we're voting just to approve that we want to do this, and we're going to look at the scope of the work later. That also means that we have the opportunity to back out later if we don't like the deal. So, for me, I'm for moving forward.
Yeah, same here.
Is everybody ready for a vote on that?
Yeah.
All right. This vote is to approve the use of our special events permit and to facilitate alcohol sales at the Half-Life event at Warehouse 49 on December 20th and 21st. As usual, I will start up in Astral Winds.
Yes.
Ravenstone.
Yes.
Lupin Moon.
Yes.
Frozen Coast.
Aye.
Frozen Coast.
Yes.
Northreach 2.
Yes.
And Northreach 1 is also a yes. Moving on from there, we do have one more permit that we need to vote on. Would we like to again serve alcohol at Wolf's Cry 2020?
Are we going Wolf's Cry so far out or DC?
Oh, sorry.
DC.
Actually, they are working on that, but we need to do DC as well. Michelle is already working on the permits, wants to get everything in order, and asked us to do a BoD vote for that, so she can get her permits lined out. Let's do DC first. So Dungeon Crawl 2020, would we like to use one of our special events permits to supply alcohol for Dungeon Con 2020? Does anyone want to discuss this before we vote?
Let's just vote.
All right, from the top. Astral Winds. Astral Winds.
Sorry. Yes.
Ravenstone.
Yes.
Lupin Moon.
Yes.
Frozen Coast.
Yes.
Northreach 2.
Yes.
Northreach 1 is also a yes. Third alcohol permit vote. We're voting to approve the sale of alcohol at Wolf's Cry 2020 using one of our event permits for the year. Did anybody want to discuss this one? I know we're voting on it a little bit earlier, but Michelle's requested this so that she could just get everything knocked out.
Nah.
Hearing no objections, Astral Winds.
Yes.
Ravenstone.
Yes.
Lupin Moon.
Yes.
Frozen Coast.
Yes.
Northreach 2.
Yes.
And Northreach 1. Yeah. All right. Those were easy peasy. Go through here. Do you have the minutes from the previous meeting, Corin? I apologize. We should have voted to approve those previously.
Yes. Give me a sec. I'll get those linked over. And for board members, those are in the secretary documents folder on the Google Drive, so you can always go look at those in advance if you so so choose.
All right, I've read them. I'm ready to move forward when everyone else is.
Please let me know when you're ready, everybody.
I'm ready.
Ready.
All right. As usual, I'm going to start up at the top. Astral Winds,
Yes.
Ravenstone,
Yes.
Lupid Moon,
Yes.
Frozen Coast,
Yes.
Northreach 2,
Yes.
Northreach 1 is yes as well. Okay. Moving on. Did anybody have anything they would like to add to the agenda tonight for the Board of Directors meeting?
No.
With hearing no objections, I will call the session closed at 8:51 p.m. Alrighty, let me just pull up the CoC. So a couple of brief announcements. We did just have our Kingdom Day. Corn, how many folks did we have at Kingdom Day?
I
Sorry.
do not have that number off the top of my head, and the sign sheet is in a box. So give me a second to pull up the org, and I can tell you.
Pretty great day. We had a very good turnout for our arts and science competition. We had two members that actually tied for first place. They'll both be receiving an artifact. Their points were out. Let me see, out to the decimal. That was Minnie with a 4.266667 and Grok with a 4.266667. Grok did laminar armor, very gorgeous set, and Minnie entered multiple things, but his very detailed leather Alwyn belt is what it was called. It was a Celtic-inspired motif. It was very beautiful. Phenomenal job for them. They will each receive an artifact that is in line with the element in which they submitted. So congratulations to the two of you. During the arts and science competition, I did take a lot of pictures and a lot of notes. So I'll be getting with the Regents Council to recommend some awards because there were some really amazing things. And that is 43 people were in attendance for Kingdom Day at the Dome. Thank you, Nalarian. Very cool. Good turnout. It's a lot of fun. Really good games. Drake did an amazing job. From the Champions Council, I heard Drake really gushing about how many people came to try to ask him if they could reeve so he could play a game. That's always appreciated, and was really happy with everybody that day. Afterwards, we all went out to a bunch of us went out to Haven Glow, survived those horrible, horrible road conditions, and Ravenstone put on a really cool event out there. If you can go next year, try to go. Very, very well put together event. Oh,
So I don't know what the plans are, but I want to also point out Haven Glow was ran in the summer as well, so there might be one that happens this summer as well.
very awesome. I look forward to seeing that, especially if we could do it something outside or something like that. Did a really great job of putting that all together.
Yeah, Gideon had it at the Matanuska campground over the summer.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That's when all the smoke was around and a lot of people had to cancel. Through the agenda. So unfortunately, I said this when I came in. I did not. I put this on my calendar for last week, so I did not do some of my preparation. We did not go over the PM reports so that we could discuss them and see where we're at and everybody review. So that will be pushed to next meeting where we're going to review those. We're going to review them in advance. I will have our PMs post those out so everybody can look at them on the main boards, but you can also find them on akampguard.com under public records. So everybody, I highly encourage you to take a look at your attendance averages and do everything you can for helping your park's attendance. Last announcement is we did name 2 folks for our social media and marketing outreach team. That's going to be Runehart and Rosedath. They're already hard at work planning out some strategies to help everybody with recruitment and retention, get everybody chatting. One of the projects that Runehart did before he even joined the team was our Discord channel here that it's obviously very busy, and if you know people in your park that aren't on it, should point them in the direction. They might start talking to people they never talked to before, which is really awesome what I'm seeing there. A lot of good RPs going on and discussion about arts and sciences with people down in Icefire Bay talking with folks up in Astral Winds. That's great. We are only 2.5 months away from Dungeon Con. So if you haven't bought your tickets, you should get on that. If you haven't told everybody about it, you should get on that as well. We really want to push up attendance for that and get everybody excited. I'm hearing a lot of amazing things going on in it, and it would be a shame if anybody missed it because they were not aware. He is. Corin's not in the chat tonight, so I can't get him to hype his event.
Goran did
Drake?
mention to me that I don't know if this is BoD or us, but we do need to authorize him to sign the paperwork for DC.
Thank you. Yes, we did need to do that. Is BoD. Darn. We will do a special session for BoD specifically for that vote. We need to announce that though, so I will get on that when we're done here. Sorry about that. Drake, did you want to, I know you've got some big plans for DC. Did you want to put out any spoilers there to get people pumped up for Dungeon Con? I guess not.
It's not a good time for me to talk, sorry.
No worries. I just figured I saw you there. I'd harass you. All right. Those are our basic announcements. Did anybody have something they would like to add to the agenda for the evening?
If everybody's, I don't know, has everybody read those bids that Corin posted? Do we
Oh,
want to?
thank you so much. We do have a couple of kingdom bid. We have a couple of castle bids, and we have the state fair bid. We only have one state fair bid, but I'm going to pop this over into the channel so we can review it. If I can get into that. All right, you can see in the CoC Spectators Lounge. You can review that bid for State Fair. This is the only one we currently have. And I believe this is already closed. So this is our option, or we can reopen the bid if it is not something that we are interested in.
And you ruined it for me. I told Ziagen there were 6 bids.
Yes, there are 6 bids. Everybody is fighting for this event. Everybody. Personally, I've been reviewing the bid. I haven't seen anything that is out of line with what I would expect for the state fair in what has worked successfully in the past. Looks like we're doing the archery. They've taken into consideration that we do not typically have electricity over at our booth, and even took that into account that we would have to have a generator. The expected income and expected expense is in line with what we've previously seen.
I'll mention the Lucian ran the event last year, and Ziagen was there most of those days helping. And one of the things that she's mentioned to me is that they learned a lot in running the event, and they think they can run it better next year. So that's a big part of why they're putting this bid in, is that they want to run it better than they did last year.
Awesome. Yeah, I could totally see that. They looked already pumped to do it at the last fair.
So I've only had a chance to glance over the bid itself, but with Lucian being my regent, I've gotten quite an earful hint from would like to do. And I'm more than happy to give him the reins and tell him go for it.
Does anybody have questions about the bids? Any concern or bid or any concerns?
None here.
Would anybody like to discuss this further before we move into votes? Hearing no opposition, Astral wins. This is a vote to appoint Lucian and Ziagen the autocrat of the 2020 State Fair.
Then my vote is yes.
Ravenstone?
Yes.
Lupin Moon?
Yes.
Frozen Coast?
Yes.
Icefire Bay? Or did I miss it and we don't have an Icefire Bay tonight?
Yeah, you didn't take attendance for the COC. She's not here.
I'm a monster like that. Mark that off. Okay, so Icefire Bay is not in attendance. Lupin Moon, or sorry, Northreach is a yes. Too much of a nationalist. Okay. That is good. Unfortunately, since there are multiple bids for the castle, I'd like us to take some time and actually review that offline and then take a vote for it. Is that acceptable to everybody?
Yes.
C.
I'd like to give equal opportunity to everybody to really go through their bids and let them know that when we'll be voting on them in advance, so they can come in and answer any questions we might have.
I agree, especially since Rose Death was saying in the spectators line for shipping quotes so that he can give us a complete bid.
All right, hearing no objections, I'm going to table voting on the bids for the castle until our next meeting. Did anybody have anything else they would like added to the agenda for the evening?
No.
Okay, everybody remember Month of Crown is already only a month away. So start prepping your new officers to start getting ready for the Month of Crown. Everybody, we will be working on budgets in the next couple weeks offline. We will be reviewing that at the next meeting. So if you're really interested in how our numbers work and what we're spending our money on, make sure to tune in for that one. And Monarchs, I will get with all of you offline to fill in our budget so that we have everything ready for next meeting. All right, hearing no objections, I will call this meeting to close at 9:05 p.m. And Monarchs and I are going to spend a little bit of time in a closed session.
Cool.
Yay.
Thank you to everybody that waited on me getting here super, super late. I do apologize for that.
If it makes you